नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Yes, Nityanam, all of you.
Nityanandam, everyone.
And we just received the darshan of Swamiji, especially on this Jayanti and the New Year Eve. And well, and with this, we also would like to welcome all of you on this New Year. The Western Swamiji says very beautiful, the Western New Year. And Swamiji gave blessings to all of you, revealed so many powerful truths, especially like how to have the powerful cognition, the Vedic mind, chanting the mantras, how it is helpful in the old age when your body is not functional but your mind will be active. So a lot of powerful truths that Swamiji revealed, and make sure that you start applying these truths in your lives.
Yes, Swamiji shared even just listening to the Bhagavad Gita chants can build your Vedic mind. If you don't have the capacity to learn all the Upanishads, at least practice, listen and chant yourself the Bhagavad Gita chants. That would be the best preparation for your old age against the loneliness that might set in the old age. If your mind is active and all the toxic thought patterns are too active, then it will go on and on and on. But if you can clear your mind with the Vedic software, you can build yourself powerfully, then this will not set in. You will move towards the spiritual enlightenment itself.
So with this, let's enter into the power manifestation. Just after the darshan, when Swamiji is the superconscious energy, having the Nayan Diksha. Nayan Diksha means when the superconscious energy, the mirror neurons of Swamiji gets mirrored to you, your energy raises to that superconscious level. So at this when your energy is so high, let's enter into this power manifestation. Let's manifest today, as we are today manifesting the power of in reducing the weight of the object. You can choose any of the power that we have been manifesting today, reducing the weight of any object, reducing the weight of the object on the palms, reducing the weight of the object which is near to you or even far away from you, or even you can pair up the one who people who are around you, family, friends, members, or even in the Zoom, if you wish to pair up, you can choose to pair up and reduce the weight of the object on the with the partner's palm.
You can also change your own body weight, reduce your body weight, or the body weight of your partner. Just make sure you have the appropriate measurement tool available. So if you have a kitchen scale or a body weight scale, you can take the first measurement and then get started with the power manifestation. So we request all the participants first to come on camera and join us for the power manifestation. And then to start by taking the first measurement, whatever object you decide to manifest this power on, and whatever variant of this power you want to manifest.
So let's get ready. You can have the initial measurement of the weight of the object. Take a moment, and as Maharaj already mentioned. So please go ahead. And all the participants on the YouTube, you can also let us know once you are ready with the initial measurement. Will be attending to each of your comments. Yes. All right. Okay. So now we'll be entering into the manifestation. You can sit with your head, neck, spine, and straight line. And visualize Swamiji in your space. The most sweetest form that you cherish in your inner space. So let's visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And his infinite grace, his love, his compassion. Let it flow through you. Let it overflow through you. And filling entire system in your body, trillions of cells in your body, just getting filled with his love and compassion, showering you with his grace. Now, gently bring your awareness to your third eye and start to unclutch from all the identities that you carry, all the concepts that you carry, even the concept of time, unclutch from that. Go on unclutching. And from the pure state of that unclutched space, let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. As you keep chanting the Mahavakya, let's enter into this manifestation and give the strong declaration, command to the object to reduce its weight. Let's begin this manifestation now.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Yes. You can now settle down and take the second measurement of the object. Use the same measuring technique you used for the first measurement and note down by how much the weight has changed and let us know. Share it here in the Zoom chat, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're tuning in from. Share your power manifestation results. Let us take a few moments.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
So slowly you can go ahead and start sharing even if you are still about to share. So we have Anand Hogorupni who shares the weight of the small persimmon flutter between 10 and 11 grams and the manifestation is not stable enough. Okay.
Okay, you can just go on manifesting, Mom. Don't worry. But definitely great that the weight is changing. So keep going.
And still take a moment and if you're already ahead and check. Meanwhile, let's get ready to the next session. And we have one more YouTube Alright. So with this, next session, which is going to be on
being versus learn. How we can the higher thinking, we're going to move towards what's because you know you settle down and everything is revelation.
Krishna goes much further today to explain the deeper level samskaras, engraved memories. In the 14th chapter, he spoke about Gunatraya Vibhaga, the Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, 3 layers of Prana Sharira, Mana Sharira and Sukshma Sarira. The next, yesterday, he spoke extensively about causal body in the Purushottama Yoga, how Urdhvamula Madaschagam Asvattam Brahuravyayam, how the roots of the tree is centered, roots of the tree are in the physical world and the branches are in the causal world. That is why he says, Urdhvamula Madaschagam Asvattam Brahuravyayam Chandamsi Yasya Varnani Yastam Vedasa Vedavit. The roots are, usually the roots of the tree will be in the ground, under the ground, unknown space, and the leaves will be in the known area, known space. But this tree is opposite. The leaves are in the unknown space, the causal layer, the underground area. The roots are in the known space, conscious space, in the physical world. And he explains, the leaves are the Vedas, means the words which you are using continuously in your being. And he further explained how to remove the engraved memories in the causal layer and how to program the causal layer towards bliss, towards eternal consciousness. Now he goes one layer deeper, the cosmic layer. He speaks about the Daiva Asura Sampat, the qualities of divine and demon. Both, the beauty is both words have got same root. Of course, it is not accidental, because both qualities are rooted in the same energy. Just a simple decision. When you choose the word you became divine. When you choose the word me, you became demon. That's all. Same energy. Ramakrishna says beautifully, no energy can be destroyed. Your love can never be destroyed. It has to be turned. It has to be turned. There is one more beautiful example of Ramakrishna. He says, as long as the calf says aham, aham, the calf, as long as it says hum, hum, it has to work, suffer, and it will be beaten, all torture. Once it is killed and out of that skin they will make a music instruments. When you beat that, it will start saying to me, thum, thum. As long as it says aham, aham, it will have suffering. When it starts saying tum, tum, it will start singing the glory of divine. It will be used for divine purposes. Beautiful simile, beautiful example. Of course, I am not able to exactly translate in colloquial Bengali. He explains, as long as you have that idea, aham, aham, ami, ami, me, continuously, you will be demon for yourself and for others. The moment the cognitive shift happens in you, you will be a blessing for yourself and for others. Here, in the causal layer, you have all the engraved memories. All the engraved memories are stored. But in the deeper level, in the cosmic layer only, you decide. You are me. Let me explain it in a small diagram where we take that decision. How usually our mind receives the data and processes, and how the cognitive shift can happen in our being. By now I think all of you know the drawing. Just for the sake of newcomers, I'll give a simple explanation. You receive information through eyes. For example, this scene. The file goes to Chakshu. In the Chakshu, the whole file is converted into digital file. Whatever scene you are seeing, that is converted into a biosignal file so that the file can be processed. The file goes to Chitta. There the excluding process of neti, this is not happens. Where you understand this is not a tree, this is not a plant, this is not an animal. Then the file goes to mind. Mind starts identifying. This is it. This is a man. He is standing with a saffron robe. He is taking class. The idea comes. Then the file goes to Buddhi. Buddhi compares with your past experiences. Your past experiences with the person. For example, with me, if your past experiences are good, if you are happy, or whatever you heard, if you feel positive, then the Buddhi writes, yes. If you feel it is waste of time, or if you don't feel in tune with my ideas, or the time which you spent, if it was not pleasant, then the Buddhi writes no. The file goes to ego. Then ego decides what is there for me, what way I am related, what gain I am going to get. If some way I am going to have the gain, ego says, yes, let us sit here and listen. And if there is no gain for me, if I am not going to be enriched, then ego naturally says no. Then according to the ego's instruction, you decide. Your body moves or sits. This is the way the process happens. This is the spot where you choose what is there for me. Your vested interests come. Please understand, sometime the whole process will say, yes, I will have to sit. But this one spot will say, my vested interest is getting affected. Then you will never be able to sit. This whole thing may accept what you are doing, but if this one thing is not ready, the whole decision will be changed. And same way, if whole thing says no, if this one thing says yes, you will decide yes. Sometime when we do something which is not moral according to the social standard, or according to your understanding, according to whatever data you collected in your life, the data collected stays here, the samskaras or engrams. You have so many data, so many informations. The data is available here. According to your data and the whole process, the final report comes no. But suddenly your ego feels, I get strengthened by doing this activity. Let me do it. So you simply decide to do that. You simply decide to do that. This is the place where you decide you are me. That's the only small difference. When you take the decision of you always radiate the divine qualities. When you take the decision of me, you always radiate the demonic qualities. Whatever strengthens your ego, please understand, even, let me be very clear, most of us sit here because it strengthens the ego. It strengthens the ego. Now you know much more than other person. You can go on, tell him, what do you know? Many times we sit and listen just for ego satisfaction. So if you sit and listen, even if it is Gita, if you sit and listen for ego satisfaction, be very clear, it is going to be only trouble for your being, no way it will be help. In the cosmic layer, this is the area you decide. If you decide with the attitude of you, the whole thing will become divine. If you decide with the attitude of me, the whole thing will become demon. And what you collected, see the engrams here, as such they are neither negative nor positive. The mind which is working here, as such it is neither negative nor positive. The chitta which is doing the process here, as such it is neither negative nor positive. So none of them are neither negative nor positive. Please be very clear, including the gunas. Even the tamas, by their quality they are neither negative nor positive. There are so many enlightened masters. You cannot make any difference between them and laziness. You cannot make any difference. Raman Maharshi, throughout his life, he was sitting in one place, one city. He never moved out. But you can't say he was in tamas, because he never took any decision out of me. The whole process was happening, you as a center, not me. As such, whether the chitta or mind or samskara, you cannot tell they are bad or good. In the superficial layers, they are neither bad nor good. But the decision which you make in the cosmic layer, in the deeper layer, that only makes them as good or bad. Please understand, passion and compassion are one and the same. Passion and compassion are one and the same. When you decide based on me, it is passion. When you decide based on you, it is compassion. We need to understand an important thing. Whenever it is passion, it will be strong in our being. But when it becomes compassion, it will not have that much of intensity. Means, be very clear, your compassion is also just a pseudo expression. Maybe for name and fame's sake, not for anything else. If you don't have that intense compassion, the way in which you experience passion, with the same intensity, if you don't experience compassion, be very clear, all your activities are purely out of ego. Including this Gita Jnana can become ego when the decisions are taken out of I and me. If the decisions happen out of you, not this Gita Jnana, even ordinary activity which you do in your life can become divine. See, we don't have to work on the doing, we need to work on the being. Doing can never lead you to anything. As long as you believe doing can lead you to ultimate, you are called karmagan, the person with karma. It is called Purvamimamsa. Only when you understand the being can lead you to the ultimate, you are called Uttaramimamsi. In Vedas, there are two major portions. People who believe in doing, people who believe in being. People who believe in transforming the being, they are called Vedantis. People who believe the transformation ultimate can be achieved by doing, they are called Karmagandis. They continuously believe in doing. Of course, ultimate can be achieved only by working on the being, not on the doing. If you try to work on the doing, either you will suppress or express. Either you will suppress or express. Continuously you will be fighting with yourself. Nothing else will be achieved. A man who can transform his being, only he can achieve the ultimate. Whether demon or divine, it is decided only on that one point. When you receive the data, process it and deliver the result or command, how the command is delivered, what is the center from which the command comes out. The command comes out thinking this one statement, what is there for me? What is there for me? What is there for me? Whatever you may do, including meditation, it will be only ego satisfying. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, at some point I felt such a deep ecstasy in meditation, such beautiful bliss in meditation, but suddenly within 2 hours it disappeared. It never came back. Why, Swamiji? How to have it back? Please understand, the bliss itself is choicelessness. When you are absent, you experience bliss. The moment you want it back, the moment you choose bliss, already you have chosen. The moment you choose, you will always choose suffering. All choices are suffering. And bliss is choicelessness. The moment you want to grab it, the moment you want to have it, when you are blissful, you allowed the bliss to possess you. The moment you want to possess the bliss, you will make it as suffering. When you want to possess, you wanted that to strengthen your ego. The decision is from you. Decision is from me. The attitude me. The attitude me decides. The moment the attitude I and mine, me, that when that decides to destroy the bliss, you can no more be divine. When you are in blissful, you just set a capital no to me, the me idea. Just you are relaxed in the you idea. The moment you wanted to possess the bliss, you said yes to your me idea. Please understand, I have to use this me and you word properly. You need to understand that me and you word properly. When I use the word me, I mean ego. When I use the word you, I mean the whole existence. When you are not there, whatever is there is existence. When you are not there, whatever is there is divine. You make demon by bringing the idea me in you. The moment you bring the idea me, whatever is demon. The moment the me idea is removed, whatever is divine. With me idea, whatever you do, whether it is meditation or rituals or whatever, receiving the knowledge, learning, everything will only strengthen the ego. Anything done with idea of me to improve the me naturally will lead to more and more ignorance and dukkha. Anything done with the idea of you, anything will naturally become divine and will lead to bliss. Pravritti, nivritti. Nivritti is centered on the idea of you. Pravritti is centered on the idea of me. Whatever you do out of me, it will lead to pravritti. Whatever you do with the idea of you, it will lead to nivritti. As long as you feel this is your boundary, here your boundary ends and here the universe starts, you will be continuously fighting with existence. You will be continuously fighting with nature. You will be continuously fighting with the whole. Please be very clear. Part can never succeed when you fight with the whole. When it fights with the whole. Continuously, whatever you think, speak and do based on the one idea, me, it will lead to more and more complications, more and more dukkha. Here, Krishna starts explaining beautifully the nature of demonic nature and divine nature. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Again, throughout this chapter, only Bhagavan speaks. In the first chapter, only Arjuna is speaking. Bhagavan is silent. Means, completely is expressing his ego. Almost the catharsis is happening. He is mad, confused. He is just vomiting, quoting all the morality, whatever he learnt, quoting everything, he is speaking. Slowly he comes down to the next level. He is allowing the Bhagavan to speak and the conversation is happening. First, he is expressing him, not letting Bhagavan speak. Then he comes down to the level of conversation. Bhagavan also speaks, he is also speaking. Then he comes to the level of little more listening. Now practically he is silent. In the 15th chapter and 16th, both the chapters, he is silent. He is not uttering a single word. That's what I told. No questions, only doubts. All the questions have disappeared. Now only small doubts. Means he is asking for more tips, more clarification, more understanding. Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samsuddhir Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Danam Tamascha Yajnasya Swadhyayastava Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodas Yagas Santirabhaisunam Taya Bhudeshvaloluptam Mardavam Hrira Chapalam Tejatshama Drudisaucham Adroho Nadimanitaha Bhavanti Sambadam Daivim Abhijadasya Bharata. Let me give you the translation. Bhagavan says, fearlessness, purification of the being, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, and centered on the being, performance of sacrifice and accumulating knowledge, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to divine men endowed with divine nature. Now, when you listen all these things with the attitude of me, usually what we do? Start practicing all these things. Start practicing all these qualities. Be very clear. If you start practicing all these qualities, one thing is sure, you will become mad. You will become mad. Nothing can be done. Because you will be fighting with yourself. You will be controlling your senses to strengthen your ego. When you try to understand all these things, when you try to understand all these ideas with your attitude of me, I, you will start practicing them to strengthen the idea of me, to strengthen yourself as a better being. Again and again. Masters prove. Masters are not better beings. They are totally transformed beings. Better beings are different. Transformed beings are different. The other day I was telling you that lion and sheep lion story. The story told by Vivekananda. Beautiful story. In that story, the sheep lion, he doesn't want to realize he's lion. He just wanted to be a good, strong sheep. He's asking the lion to give some technique for becoming a strong sheep. Same thing. If you straight away start practicing all these things, you may have little strong ego. Understand, that is why all these so-called tapasvis, people who repress themselves, will have a strong ego. Will have very strong ego. People who do tapas, people who repress themselves, you can see very clearly they will be radiating ego. Because they are doing all these things to strengthen. When you do all these things, naturally you will strengthen your ego. You will strengthen your ego. When you are completely blissful, relaxed, then if austerity happens, if tapas happens in you, you will never expect others also to do tapas. I have seen so many sannyasis, especially in India, continuously they blame the householders. Continuously they blame them. You don't do this, you don't do that, you are not right, you are not pure, you are sinner. The problem is, when you suppress, when you force yourself to do tapas, you are continuously burning inside. So naturally, sometimes you yourself get the doubt whether you are in the right path or what you are doing. Is it right? You get the doubt. Then naturally what we think? We have to do something. The doubt is coming up. Let us make others guilty. When you make others guilty that they are not doing right thing, you feel now, yes, what you are doing is right. When you make others feel guilty that they are not right, you feel you are right. When you see, when you suppress, when tapas is done by force, you naturally expect others also to do that. If they don't do, you create guilt in them. And by creating guilt in them, you wanted them to come to you and confess. When that happens, you feel more and more strong. Tapas is supposed to happen out of joy and bliss. Just as a natural thing, anything done by force is not going to help you. It will neither help you nor it will help the society. I have seen so many people doing tapas like Ravana. Ravana did tapas, but all his powers, it never helped him or others. He has become demon for himself and for others. He was killing others. Finally, he has destroyed himself. Because the tapas is from the attitude of me. What is there? For me. To strengthen the I and mind. The whole thing happened to strengthen the I and mind. Please understand, whatever you do, whether it is studying the spiritual scriptures, or the charity, or social service, or the spiritual things, or puja, or meditation, whatever you do to strengthen the I and me will always lead to suffering. It will lead to suffering. The instinct to survive, an instinct to possess is what I call me. Me means instinct to survive. Instinct to possess, instinct to survive is I, instinct to possess is mine. Person who understands both are illusions. You cannot have the instinct to survive. Whatever you may have, you cannot survive. Please be very clear. The instinct to survive is pure illusion. At the most, you can survive as you think yourself 70, 80 years. 70, 80 years you can be alive as you think you are. How you visualize yourself in that form, in that way, you can be alive maximum 70 to 80 years. But the instinct to survive tries to extend it, tries to make the life as eternal. Naturally, you are walking towards suffering. As long as you carry the instinct to survive, please be very clear, again and again and again you will be hurting yourself. You will be hurting yourself. Just today morning, I was talking to an ashramite. She was complaining to me that she is hurt even by a small words which comes from others. She was telling, I am too sensitive, Swamiji. I said, stop that word. You are not sensitive. A real sensitive person will be porous. He will allow the words to pass through him. Only arrogant people get hurt. If you are hurt, please be very clear, you are arrogant. You are strong like a stone. That is why words come and hit you and you are hurt. If you are sensitive, porous, you will just let the words pass you. You will just let the words pass you. You will never suffer. Suffering is always from arrogance, never from sensitivity. Person who is sensitive will never suffer. Because you will just allow the words to pass you. You will not stop them. You suffer by a word when you stop them, when you resist them, when you make meaning out of them. When you don't make meaning out of words, you never suffer. Words can never create suffering when you don't make meanings out of it. It's like just playing with words. We always choose nice words to support our ego. We don't want to say, I am hurt because I am arrogant. We always use a polished word. I am hurt because I am sensitive. Please don't cheat yourself with words. Let you be straight. Let the straight words be used. Especially in America, I see lot of polished words. Lot of polished words. People easily cheat themselves with the words. People easily cheat themselves with words. Please don't cheat yourself with polished words. Let things be straight. Let everything be clear. Never ever use the polished words. You can use the polished words to cheat others, but don't use it on yourself. Don't use it on yourself. A small story. One contractor wanted to donate a car, gift a car, a sports car to an official. Official said, no, I am an honest person. I cannot think of accepting this gift. I am not that type. Contractor says, in that case, If I can sell this car to you for $10, how it will be? He says, in that case, I will have 2 cars. Be very clear. Just playing with words. Playing with words. Don't cheat yourself with words. Let us be clear. What is, let us use the same word. Ramakrishna says, Man mukh ek karo. Let your words and mind be straightened. Let your words and mind be straightened. Whatever is, let it be straightened with words. At least you will know you have problem. When you start using very colorful, polished words, by and by you forget you have some problem. You forget you have some problem. When you just play with the words, you yourself forget you have problem. Understand? When you know, you don't know, at least you know you don't know. When you don't know that you don't know, you don't even know you don't know. Be very clear. At least let you know you have a problem. Let you know that there is something wrong. Let us use the straight words. Shortest distance between 2 points is always a straight line. To achieve anything, shortest way is straightforwardness.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your 3 eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, the shortest distance between the 2 points is a straight line. So be straight. Whatever words you use, just be straight with the words that you use. And with this, let's enter into the internalization exercise for doing versus being versus doing. So a little what Swamiji revealed in this session, especially about causing others reality. Only when your consciousness evolves with others' life, you manifest Ishwaratva. True leadership is Paramashiva. So understand that again, only when your consciousness involves with others' life, you manifest Ishwaratva. You act, the actual you is all the people around you put together is you. So you individual is not you. All the people around you put together is you. And when you involve in other people's life, cause others reality, then you are causing your own reality because it's not others, it's you. Every time you cause others reality, you lift yourself to the higher understanding and cognition. Radiating the space of Paramashiva means causing others reality. Understanding this concept, understanding this click by understanding that there is no others. It is you. Everybody is extension of you around you. So when you cause others reality, you cause your own reality. When you feel that other person is this is your boundary and this is you, the others are others, then you feel separate and you are hesitant to cause others reality. But when you realize from the space of Parameshwatva, realize that there's no other. Others is just extension of you. You cause others reality, in turn, you get cause your own reality. Now, the purpose of life is to manifest Parameshwatva, and this powerful technique that Swamiji is giving to cause others reality is the way to manifest Parameshwatva.
Yeah, Swamiji beautifully shared that even if in the meditation you have a blissful experience, you try to recreate it, that idea of recreating that bliss itself comes from the ego, because it is your ego that wants to possess that bliss. But bliss is choicelessness. Bliss is that pure surrender. And if you choose bliss, immediately you turn it into suffering, because every choice that you take is from the ego trying to possess it. So only through enriching and causing others' reality, this bliss can be made into your permanent experience. Life starts when you decide to cause others' reality, because the real you is everyone around you, you included. But what you cognize as you is your deep-rooted pain patterns and incompletions. Some parts of you may be resisting life and some accepting life. Whether you resist or accept, don't allow powerlessness.
Yes, don't allow powerlessness, whether you resist or you accept. So, with this, let's enter into the intransition exercise. First step is going to be pen down 3 instances in your life where you allowed powerlessness and did not cause others reality. Understand, only when you are powerless, you'll not be causing others reality. So look into your life and pen down 3 instances in your life where you've allowed the powerlessness into you, in your being, and did not cause others reality. Then we'll move to the second step. So first, let's enter into this, the first step. Have the pen and paper you prepare with you and write down the 3 instances where you felt powerlessness, where you allowed the powerlessness in your being. So let's begin. Now let's move to the second step. From your current updated understanding, write how will you cause their reality in the same situation. So the three instances that you have penned down, all those incidents where you felt allowed the powerlessness, now with the current updated understanding, write down how will you cause their reality in those situations. Please continue. All right. So with this, you can relax from this transition exercise. Next is going to be the revelation by Swamiji on experience purposelessness and be free from karma. Swami says very beautifully that existence has no purpose. It has meaning, but no purpose. Whatever purpose we may give to the life, ultimately it has got no purpose. Only when you understand that life is purposelessness, you are free from karma. So let's enter into this revelation by Swamiji on life is purposelessness.
What is the purpose of life? The moment you understand life is purposeless, the moment you accept the beauty of purposelessness, you will realize the meaning of living. Life has no purpose, but it has meaning. Purpose is different, meaning is different. Purpose means the goal orientation. You always think about the goal, running. Suddenly one day you just drop dead. The more you are goal oriented, more you will miss the life. Purpose is different and meaning is different. When I say the word meaning, living itself is a meaning. Come to this moment. Path itself is a life. Path itself is a meaningful thing. There is no such thing. In the end, you will be happy. You always postpone the joy. You always postpone the bliss. You always postpone living. Life is lived in a very superficial way because you think life has got purpose. Be very clear. Man who works just for salary, just for money, for him only the payment day will be beautiful day. He will be happy only on that one day. He is selling his 29 days for that one day. He is selling his 29 days just for the one day happiness. You are selling your life just for one day happiness. Please be very clear. Man who is running behind some goal will never be able to live the life happily. If you are working just for salary, you will never be able to experience the meaning of living. You will be able to run behind the purpose. I don't say don't take the salary, but let it not be the only goal. Let it not play major role in your consciousness. That is what Krishna says. That is what Krishna means. Karmanye vadigaraste mabaleshu kadachanaha. You can do only your duty. You have no right for fruits. If you think of fruit, you will lose the joy of living. You will lose the joy of living. The meaning of the living is experienced only when you understand the beauty of purposelessness. The beauty of purposelessness makes you realize the meaning of living. Beautiful sloka. Karmanyevadhikaraste mabaleshu kadachanaha ma karma bala hedurgur made sangosta karmani. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. Two things we need to understand. One, he says, let your inner space be not contaminated by the purpose of life. Please understand. If your inner space is filled, when I say inner space, I mean your inner mind. Your mind. When you close your eyes, what comes in your mind is inner space. If your inner space is filled with the purposes of life, be very clear, you are running against something which will never give you fulfillment. Which will never give you fulfillment. He says, let your inner space be not disturbed, filled with purposes. One important thing you should understand. By nature, your inner space is filled with Atman. Your inner space is filled with bliss, eternal bliss. The more you fill your inner space with other furnitures, purposes, the more you empty your inner space from bliss. For example, furnitures, the space will leave this room. Please understand, this room is not empty. No place is empty. It is filled with space. It is filled with ether. This room is filled with ether. More number of furnitures you bring in, the ether will be taken away. Ether will be moved away. It will be less filled with ether. It will be less filled by air. Your inner space by nature is filled with bliss. The more furnitures you bring in means the purposes of life. The more you think life has got purpose, the more furnitures you will bring and arrange it. The more you furnish your inner space, less it will be blissful. In the outer place, if you furnish your home, it will look very nice. In the inner space, if you furnish your inner space, it will look very ugly. Don't furnish your inner space. Don't bring more furnitures into your inner space. Let your inner space be empty. Of course, it will never be empty, it will be filled with bliss. The more you create inner space, more your life will be blissful. More it will be ecstatic. More it will be joyful. Your inner space needs to be emptied. That is what Krishna means. Don't be attached to the results. Continuously, if you think about the money, you will never be able to perform your action completely. You will be always goal-oriented. You will never enjoy the path. Not enjoying the path is the greatest hell, worst hell which can happen to any human being. Please be very clear. People come and ask me, Swamiji, again and again you speak about dharma. Again and again Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinachaya dushkridam dharma samstavanarthaya sambhavami yuke yuke. I come down to save the innocent good people and to destroy the evil-minded people. Again and again Krishna says, you also say, dharma is the only thing to be practiced. But in our life we see people who are not living according to dharma. They are living more happily. They are having more property. They are having more wealth. How is it? Please be very clear. They may be having more property. They may be having more things in the outer place, but never think they are happy. Never think they are blissful. If somebody is not following dharma, means naturally why is not following the dharma? Ambition. Ambition is the thing which makes you to do all the mistakes, all possible sins. ambition is hell. Nothing else needs to be done. Please be very clear. Don't think you will do some mistake and go to the hell. No. We do mistakes because we are in hell. The very ambitiousness is hell. There is no need for a separate hell. Don't think we will reach to a separate place called hell in the end of the life. The very ambitiousness is hell. People do mistakes because they are in hell. If you are happy, blissful, you will never disturb others. If we are unhappy, naturally we will vomit that violence on others. Ambitiousness itself is hell. So the very ambitiousness is enough punishment. You don't need to curse him, or you don't need to think that he should be punished. The very ambitiousness is punishment. Just because of that ambitiousness, he misses the whole life. You can easily miss the life by having a purpose for life. If you have the salary as a purpose, you will miss 29 days of your life just for one day. Just for the one day. If you work just for the sake of weekend, you will miss 5 days just for 2 days. Unless your life itself becomes joyful, unless your working itself becomes ecstasy, unless that itself becomes bliss, you cannot experience what Krishna says by this sloka, karmanye vadigaraste mabaleshu gadachanaha. Please be very clear. Even if you think you have the right for fruits, even if you acquire the fruits, what can you do? How long you think you will be able to carry that? Nothing. Nowhere it can come with you. And your life will not be fulfilled just by the purposes. Purpose can be fulfilled, but by purposes your life can never be fulfilled. In our life, please be very clear, when you carry purposes in your life, you are not living. Purposes are living through you, that's all. Young age, somebody teaches you some purpose. This is the purpose of your life. You should become a lawyer. You should become a doctor. You are given a purpose. That purpose is fulfilled through your life, but you will never feel fulfilled. Never do the mistake of thinking you will be fulfilled when your purpose is fulfilled. No. Your fulfillment is completely different from the fulfillment of purpose. If you want to feel the fulfillment, you have to work separately in a different direction. It's a total different achievement. It's a total different dimension of your life. Fulfilling your purpose cannot give you the fulfillment. If you want fulfillment of your being, listen here what Krishna is saying. Here Krishna starts the Karma Yoga. Na karmana manarambhan naishkarmyam purushosnute na cha sannyasa deva siddhim samadhigacchati. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Beautiful. I think Krishna is the first and last master, as far as I know, because no statement can be ultimate truth. We can only say as far as I know. As far as I know, Krishna is the first and last master who declared the truth as it is. Two things. Always the people who are in the politics, people who are in the outer world, they know the characters or the truth or the techniques to achieve success in the outer world. People who are in the spiritual world, they know the techniques to achieve success in the spiritual world. But Krishna is both. Krishna is the only master who is enlightened man and a king. He knows how to give a technique to achieve the total success in the outer world and in the inner world. How to furnish your outer space and how to keep empty your inner space. That is the whole life. The whole Gita is only one idea. How to furnish your outer space to the ultimate luxury level and how to keep your inner space to the ultimate blissful level. Keeping your inner space in a eternal bliss and keeping your outer space in ultimate luxury. Krishna is the only man who has produced formula for inner space and outer space together. You can't expect this from a Buddha because Buddha has given up the outer space. He lived with just 3 pieces of dress and he lived a life of a monk. So whatever he produces, whatever formula he creates will lead you only to that state. But Krishna has lived like a king. Krishna has lived not like as a king. Only Krishna can give the practical instruction. Only Krishna can create a manual for practical spiritual living. All other masters, their manual is useful only for monks who are sitting in monasteries. Only Krishna's manual is useful for the people who are living the life. Here he says, not merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. You can't achieve freedom from reaction by moving away from the work. I have seen one monk, he was considered as a great Paramahamsa because he will never get angry. His greatness is people thought he never gets angry. There is no need because he is sitting in Himalayas. He was sitting in Himalayas, people are there to give food for him every day. Morning somebody brings breakfast, noontime somebody brings lunch, and night somebody brings dinner. Somebody gives him clothes. What is the need for getting angry? There is no need. He is respected because he never gets angry. Usually, human beings always respect if somebody does something which they can't do. If you want to become respectful, if you want to have the respect of the society, just do something which others can't do, that's all. Any foolishness. Of course, if you see this Guinness record on all these world records, there are so many foolish things which you can never imagine. Which you can never imagine. Do anything which others can't do, you will have the respect. So this person is considered to be a great person, great Paramahamsa, just because he never shouts at anybody. Of course, nobody thought there is no need There is no need for him to become angry because he is sitting in Himalayas. Somehow, somebody inspired him. Master, let us go for a Kumbh Mela in Nasik. There is a Kumbh Mela program in Nasik. Let us go to that program for Kumbh Mela. Biggest gathering in the whole humanity happens in India. Every 4 years it happens. Every 4 years, biggest gathering in humanity happens in India. Not only spiritual gathering, biggest gathering. The other day, in TV I saw, leader of particular religion died. Some 2 million people gathered, 20 lakh people gathered. So many TVs are declaring this is the biggest religious gathering. I thought, what is happening? In my village, every year people, 20 million people, 2 million people gather. In my village, every year, for local festival, 2 million people gather. I was surprised. Even international news channels are saying, world's biggest spiritual gathering. I was just surprised. Every 4 years, in Kumbh Mela, 70 million people gather in India. 70 million. Last Kumbh Mela is attended by 70 million people. They convinced him to come to Kumbh Mela. After he came to Kumbh Mela, when he went back, all his disciples left him. Because when he came down from the Himalayas, when his routine was disturbed, only then people understood he can also shout at others. He can also get irritated. He also gets angry. Please be very clear. As long as the situation doesn't come, all are great saints. Everyone is saint till the opportunity is given. Till the opportunity is given. Only when the opportunity comes, you can judge whether he is real saint or escapist. Abstaining from work or moving away from work cannot give you the freedom from reaction. To have the freedom from reaction, your inner space needs to be purified. Your inner space should become empty. You need to remove the furnitures from inner space. Renouncing the furnitures in the outer world is not going to help you. Renouncing the furnitures from the inner world only is going to help you. The idea of purposes, thinking that life has got purpose, should be renounced. That is what he says. Just by renouncing, just by outer renunciation, perfection can never be achieved. Perfection can never be achieved. One more thing. If you renounce the outer world, the more you will be thinking about the outer world. If you renounce the outer world, more you will be thinking about the outer world. A small story. One enlightened master and his disciple, both of them are walking near a river. They are supposed to cross the river to go to their monastery, their ashram. On the way, young lady was standing. She wants to cross the river. She is afraid. She asked the enlightened master, Master, can you help me to cross this river? He said, why not? Please come. He just lifted her and crossed the river, left her and said bye and reached the ashram. The disciple was seeing the whole scene. he is not able to digest the whole scene. He is burning, maybe jealousy. He is not able to digest. After reaching the ashram, he is not able to control himself. He asked, Master, you are a sannyasi. How can you touch a woman, that also young woman, and carry her throughout the river? How can you do that? Master just turns, smiles at him and says, I left her long ago. Why are you still carrying her? I left her there itself. Why are you carrying her still? Why are you bringing her here? Please be very clear. Renouncing in the inner space or emptying your inner space is the real thing to be achieved. That is what Krishna says here. This sloka is straight away addressed to this disciple. Karmendriyani samyamya yaaste manasa smaran indriyartan vimodatma mityachara sauchyate. The meaning goes, one who restrains the senses of action but whose mind dwells on sense objects certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender and an hypocrite. A man who keeps his senses under control but who is not able to keep his inner space under control is called pretender, hypocrite. Please be very clear. The quality of your life will be judged only based on the quality of your inner space, not based on the quality of your outer space. When you leave your body and enter into your next life, nobody is going to see the accounts of what type of car you drove, in what type of house you lived, how much of bank balance you had. No, these accounts will not come with you. How you live, how your inner space was there, what is the quality of your inner space when you lived, only that you are going to carry. That is why they say, you are going to carry only the samskara, means the karma, the inner space with you, not the outer space. One more beautiful story from Ramakrishna. Who are all entering into the prostitute's house, what time they are entering, what time they are going out, how many are entering. He will keep all the counts because no other work, what to do? No other work. When you don't have any other work, you need to do something. You need to do something. Continuously keeps the accounts. How many are entering, what time they are entering, how much of time they are spending, whole thing. I think he is almost like a diary maintainer of that prostitute. He maintains a complete diary of who comes, who goes, who are the regular visitors, and who comes once in a while, rarely. Whole day is thinking about what's going on there. And that lady prostitute, she lives in a different way. She thinks, my life, my swadharma is this. This has been given to me as life. I don't know any other profession. I have to live only like this. For my food, I have to live this life. Oh Lord, but please save me. Let my mind and heart be at your feet. She is deeply devoted to God. Her inner space is filled with divine. Her inner space is filled with God's name. Her inner space is filled with the divine love. Life goes after some time, suddenly, unfortunately, both of them die in the same day. This monk and prostitute, both of them die in the same day. Story is beautiful. Both of them reach the Yamadharma's court for judgment. First, she comes, the prostitute comes. Yamadharma sees the list of sins and merits and he says, all right, don't worry. You lived throughout your life thinking of the divine. Go to the heaven. She is sent to the heaven. And the monk is coming. The moment monk comes, Yamadharma says, he sees the list of sin and merits and he says, throughout your life you thought about wrong things. So go to the hell. And this monk starts shouting, how dare you send me to hell? And you know he is a professional preacher and you know he knows how to shout. He starts shouting, I'll sue you. Maybe he must be visiting America many times. Often. I'll sue you. He shouts. Yamadharma says, please relax. Here up in the heaven, we don't bother what you do. We bother how you live. See, through your body, you lived a pure life. Look at the planet Earth, how your body is respected. There, the monk saw, his body is respected like anything. All the people are falling at the feet of his body, and a big garlands are offered, big puja is done, it is being carried to big samadhi, and his body is receiving all the respect. Through body, you lived a pure life. Your body is now getting respect. But through mind, you lived an impure life. Now go to hell. Same way, she lived impure life through body. Look at her body. Nobody was there even to care. Because she is a prostitute, no husband, no sons. Nobody was there even to do last rites. Body is stinking. Just the government fellows came and they dragged that body and dumped it somewhere. See, through body she lived an impure life. Her body is suffering. But through mind she lived a pure life, divine life. She is going to the divine. It is more important with what you live in the mind. Your inner space is the real achievement. How your inner space is the real thing. Please be very clear. Again and again Krishna declares, Karmendriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyartan vimudatma mitya saracha uchyate. If you can't clear your inner space, even if you control your body, even if you control your senses, you are called hypocrite. Your life will not be blissful life. Your life will not be a real life. Not only it will not be a spiritual life, it will not be life at all.
I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham.
Yes. So even if you control your body, control your senses, it will not be a life at all. Only when you are established in the inner space, you are the real being. Science says very beautifully that life is purposeless, has no purpose. Only when you realize that, you are established in the pure truth.
Yes. With this, we have arrived at the end of today's Paramashivoham. And on the same note, tomorrow we're going to have the Dakshinamurti Bhava Samadhi Darshana. We're going to learn about the science of unclutching, how to withdraw from the ups and downs in our inner space. Swamiji is going to grace us in the Dakshinamurti Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And we invite all of you to join us for another powerful day tomorrow.
Yes. And tomorrow, of course, the day will be starting with the Nityananda Yoga, 108 asana sequence, Prathamanyasa Krama. So don't miss the yoga, start with the yoga, and as Maya said, we'll be having the sessions on the Dakshinamurti to experience that vibrant stillness, vibrant silence. So with this, let's finish with the full mantra. Let's bring our hands to Namaskar mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarapanastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you everyone. Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, everyone.